All right, Tom, so welcome back. We left off kind of mid-chapter last time because that's where it gave us a story return point.
Yes.
And you had gone through a lot. You went through time, you saw the future.
Went through time, saw the future, did not explore the future. Saw the future, turned immediately and went back home.
Things had bombed out. Something was searching for things in the horizon. It was bad. But you didn't murder any monkeys this time.
Thank God. No, my hands are clean, at least in this section.
All right. I mean, you are on your way now to the mess hall, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
All right, mess hall it is. So that is story card number 119, Tom. That's all the way at the end. Jeez. That was like literally second to last card. The mess hall is filled with long metal tables and ugly plastic chairs. Judging by the sheer volume of rotting banana peels piled into...
I knew it. I called it.
You called it at the end of last game. You say, I bet there's a lot of bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Judging by the sheer volume of rotting banana peels piled into overflowing trash cans, you'd guess that mostly used by chimpanzees. Chimpanzees who don't compost. The room has high ceilings, and you can see an area on the next level with a railed balcony that overlooks the room. There might be something interesting up there, but you'll have to climb to find out. There's also a door that leads to the pantry, in which you see a cupboard. Oh, banana peel rotting away.
Yeah, okay.
And it says here that this is, you have an optional challenge. So that is to climb to the overlook. Now, you don't have anything that gives you a bonus for climbing skill. But you are back at level 3, the top level of it, but you're back at level 3.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to try to climb up there, it'll be 3 or better is what you need.
I'm going to try it. A 6.
So you won. So lower the danger meter by 3. It can only go 2, and that's the bottom 3 now. And story card number 111. From here, you can see into a meeting room, which is packed to the gills with super chimps. A woman in a lab coat, it must be the diabolical Carol, is operating a large console that must be part of the neuron inhibitor mainframe. It looks pretty solid, but if you're lucky, you might be able to reach it and damage it enough to free the chimps from Carol's control before anyone can stop you. Now, there's also a metal staircase leading down to an aircraft hangar. You see a truck parked in it, but you can't be sure if someone is guarding it or not. Oh. And here goes your best friend there, Carol.
Okay, yes. She looks like a Carol. Doesn't she?
She has a Carol look about it, yeah?
Yeah, she has a Carol look.
The glasses and that smirky. She has a very smirky look on her face, like she knows something. All right, so those
Jell-O molds.
Those are your
food items.
2 choices. Rush into the meeting room or sneak into the aircraft hangar.
Holy crap. Rushing into the meeting room sounds like a terrible idea.
Gee, what makes you say that, Tom?
Because I'm just going right into the fire, out of the frying pan into the fire.
You have telekinesis, you have a gun, you have that bloody pocket knife.
I have the bloody pocket knife, and I have taken out quite a few monkeys with it. But, if I'm able to do that and release the monkeys from her power, that'd be a big deal. Whereas going down into the hangar, the airplane hangar, I can't see what that has to do with what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run into the room, and I'm going to try to release the monkeys from Carol's.
It's been so long since I ran through this, I can't remember. But The only thing that occurs to me about aircraft hangar, now that you've made your
Yeah.
choice, is the mention of UFO technology and the alien ambassador. Where would you hide a UFO?
Oh, yes, you're absolutely right.
But let's see. You want to bust into the room.
I want to bust into the room.
103. 103 is your friend. The dramatic conclusion to all this monkey. The dramatic conclusion to all this monkey business is so close that you can practically reach out and touch it. One way or the other, you decide this ends now. You burst into the room. At least 3 dozen giant chimps stand between you and the neuron inhibitor mainframe. Also, you totally hit your funny bone on the way in, so that's going on too. This,
Okay.
you realize, was a terrible idea. Kill the intruder! The woman yells. With their neuron inhibitor links still fully operational, the chimps have no choice but to obey, which
Drink the coffee. I
They-
drink the coffee.
do. The end.
Oh, man. Look,
Move
I
back
would
to...
just-
Yeah?
I just want to say I called it. I knew it was a bad idea.
Move back 2 spaces. 1, 2. You're back to 19 on the psychic scale, level 4 again.
All right, still not bad. Still not bad.
And return to the previous card. So I guess this means you're going to sneak down to the aircraft.
Hangar. Yes, yes.
98. A little too
I
early to
was
take on the
thinking of
boss.
monkeys.
You got to think of it like a video game. You got to fight the little guys before you go take on the boss.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's a good point.
All right, so you sneak into the hangar and discover to your great relief that it is unoccupied. There are parts here from what might be some kind of alien aircraft, and tools lie scattered around them on the floor. From here, you can see a large egg-shaped object on the lawn outside the hangar. So you go some machine parts right there. You see some machine parts. Now there's an optional challenge here to scan the tools for something useful. And it says that if you are level psychic 4, which you are, you drop down from 5 to 4, you're going to get a +1. So you're at 3, so that means you need a 2 or better.
All right, I'm going to do it. Scanning the tools.
You better
scanning
do
the
it.
equipment. 3.
Oh, 3, so you won. So drawer clue number 89. Look at that, that's the very top one. 89. Oh. A tear gas gun.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Okay.
You find a small gun that fires tear gas. Neato! Keep this eye. Well, you don't get any psychic points for it or anything, but it gives you a +2 on any combat you have to roll.
That would have been something to use against the apes just now.
So an unmarked delivery truck is parked here. If only the keys were inside.
Oh, I have the keys.
Clue
my
number
friend.
3.
I have the keys.
Yes, you have the truck key, Tom.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
All right, so it says here that if you have clue number 3 to discard it, okay, and go to story card number 100. Oh, how do I feel like this is really special? This is cool. Oh, there's a picture. Oh, there's a picture. The truck is unlocked. You slide the key into the ignition, and it starts. As you pull out of the garage, you see a sliding glass door to the meeting room where Carol sits by the mainframe, along with her chimp army. You take a deep breath. You crack your knuckles. And you step on the gas. There's a truck blowing through the glass with monkeys flying everywhere. Chimps dive out of your way as glass shatters and you ram directly into the neuron inhibitor mainframe. Kill the intruder!" Carol yells. 3 dozen super intelligent chimpanzees stand up, turn to you, and yawn. They have no interest in you at all. With the neuron inhibitor mainframe wrecked and the chip's neuron inhibitor links severed, they're no longer forced to obey the sinister lab assistant's commands anymore. They seem to realize this at the same moment Carol does. Now there's nothing stopping the chimps from seeking their revenge. Carol bolts into the rainy night as the chimps are hot on her heels.
Ooh, the tables have turned, Carol.
Someone got their comeuppance.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good word. So this says, celebrate your victory over Carol by going to story card number 105.
Okay.
Oh, Tom. Chapter 4, goal achieved.
Nice.
You've thwarted Carol's evil plot, freed a whole mansion full of super intelligent chimpanzees, and broken up a counterfeiting ring.
Oh man, my eyes are still rolling.
On top of that, you've helped Professor Marsden win back control of his lab. Now he'll have plenty of time to consider the implications of his blind pursuit of knowledge and devote the rest of his career to making things right again. All that's left to do now is bask in your supreme triumph. You sit in Carol's chair, lean back, and put your feet up on what remains of the meeting room table, confident, Tom, that your job here is done.
Right.
Or is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's literally all it says on the next on the other side of it. That's literally.
Is it?
And it says, go to story card number 120. That's the last card.
Okay.
See, now usually that is what leads to the story return, is the last card. This is, okay, let's see. An alarm sounds and about 50 lights on the neuron inhibitor mainframe console start blinking. Professor Marsden comes running into the room. "Oh, no," he mutters under his breath. "That thing's probably just..." Again, I gotta read ahead of time. "Oh, that thing's probably just malfunctioning, you say. I really did a number on it." You both jolt back as a strange booming voice comes from a speaker on the neuron inhibitor mainframe console. "The full force of the Chrysalic Armada is upon you," it says. "We demand the release of our ambassador. Although we hate violence, we will reduce your entire planet to galactic rubble if you do not obey us."
Oh, man.
The significance of this moment hits you. You've just heard the words of an actual alien life form. The professor is as pale as a ghost. "Let's release the alien," you say. "That's what we're planning on doing anyway, right?" "Well, about that. It might not be as simple as you think."
Yeah.
Advance to Chapter 5. Keep all inventory items.
Okay.
And we will end it here, but not before I give you a quick... So we will end this where we will begin the next one. I will read the beginning of Chapter 5 to you.
Yes. Let's get this set up.
This is called The Invasion, Tom.
The Invasion.
And there's alien ships coming to Earth right now.
Okay.
You've crossed the deadly estate surrounding the Marsden house, come face to face with spirits from beyond the grave, and found yourself at the mercy of strange scientific experiments. You fought oversized, super-intelligent chimpanzees, freed them from mind control, and discovered a counterfeiting ring along the way. But now, a fleet of UFOs is barreling towards Earth. And unless you can free the imprisoned alien ambassador before they arrive, well, the entire planet is doomed. "The alien is locked away in the old prison beneath the mansion," Professor Marsden says. "It's a dangerous labyrinth, not easily navigated." "What are you talking about?" you reply. "There are like 3 cells in this place. And we were like 45... We were there like 45 minutes ago. That's the new prison, the professor says. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Where antisocial chimpanzees are held until they can be rehabilitated. No, the entire compound is built over the ruins of an old prison, which burned down more than a century ago. My great-great-great-grandfather was the warden. You remember your strange out-of-body vision in the elevator and the deep sense of foreboding that came with him. 121. Who's talking? Who's talking? We should never have put him down there, the professor says. The prison has always been a horrible, cursed place. But now that the creature has found a way to make contact with the world outside his cell... Wait a second, you say. This alien ambassador isn't just responsible for my nightmares, is he? The alien was the one that called me this morning, but how did he even find me? The phone book was full of private investigators with far more experience than I have. You suddenly remember, however, that your Yellow Pages ad doesn't list you as an aspiring detective. No, Tom. It lists you as a psychic investigator.
Mm-hmm.
I'll find the alien, you say, to reassure yourself as much as to reassure the professor. I was born to do this. Before he can respond, the professor notices something on the mainframe console and gasps. The alien armada will enter Earth's atmosphere in just 20 minutes. You must find the alien ambassador and free him quickly, or all is lost.
Oh, man.
And that is how it starts.
That is where Chapter 5 is going to start, with a bang and a whimper.
How do you feel about this chapter run through?
This was good. This was a fun one. Definitely a fun one. A lot less bloodshed, too. And you know what? It was great because a lot of the stuff that we've been picking up throughout the game now is starting to finally come into action, which feels very satisfying.
It feels like, looking at your stack here, it almost feels like you doubled your clues and stuff and items that you found.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is awesome. All right, so everyone come back. We got one chapter left. Might be in one part or two parts. We'll see how that works out, but we'll see you next time.